Hi guys, and welcome to Shelly's Homemade. Today we are going to be making salmon cakes. Yes, salmon cakes. I have 2 cans of pink salmon. I'm using a tulip brand. We're going to drain that off. I have already opened it. I have my bowl, my mixing bowl that we're going to be using. We're going to be adding onion, half of this onion, a quarter of this green pepper, half of this celery. We have 2 eggs. We have a teaspoon of parsley, a teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of pepper. We have 2 tablespoons of mustard, tablespoon of Old Bay, a cup and a half of mayo, a cup and a half of breadcrumbs. Alright, so let's get started with this quick and also easy recipe. Oh, and I have my oil. So now we're going to heat my oil up while we're doing this. And you know me, always have your grease waiting on you guys. Just have all your ingredients waiting on you. You shouldn't wait on it, it should wait on you. Alright, so I'm draining these cans into my sink. So that's done. So first thing we're going to do is cut up our veggies. This is how much we're going to be using of the bell pepper, the green bell pepper. Let's clean up our celery. And my onion. See guys, this is what I be talking about onions. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. This one is bad. We're not going to use that. We're going to get a whole new onion. Alright. Onion. And this is all you need for those 2 cans. You don't want to overpower it with anything other than the flavor of the salmon. Get rid of this stuff. Alright, then chop. We don't want giant pieces, we want fairly small pieces of onion in our salmon cakes. Watch your digits when you get to the last part of chopping that onion. You don't want to chop your fingers off. And see how small these onions are? Look at that. See? And they come apart just like that. This is how small you want your onions. So, celery down the middle. Just like that. I'm going to put this video on pause and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. And now, we're going to finish chopping our celery. Just like so. I'm going to turn this down on low. Just like so. So I'm going to cut up a little more of this celery. I thought this is where I was going to stop. Apparently I need more. Alright. See, I should have put a wet paper towel underneath of here and then my board would not slide. And I'm gonna put the video on pause and do just that. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back, and my board, see, he's not moving anymore. Green pepper. I guess I chopped these peppers a little large, so I'm going to run my knife through them, get them a little smaller. So this is about what you want. Now let's make a really quick salmon cake. So first let's add our eggs. 1, 2, mayonnaise. Now we're going to add half of this because I'm not really sure if I'm going to use all of it. That much. Mustard, again half. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of it. Breadcrumbs, most of that. And now we're going to use all of it. That was 1.5 cups. Pepper, my obey. And remember guys, all of them, every video, in the description box is all the ingredients. So if you need to go back and figure out how much did I use for such and such, they're in the description box in every video. Alright. So, and mix this together. Yep. So for my 1.5 cups of mayonnaise, we're going to use it all. My 2 tablespoons of mustard. So I'm usually exact, but I just wanted to make sure. Less is more. You don't want to ever use too much. You can always put in, but you can't take out. See, this is the consistency that you want. Now let's add our salmon. need the spatula. Let's use our 2 good old hands and mix. Beautiful, easy, and quick salmon cakes. So these are like the size that you want. You can make them bigger or smaller. That is up to you. Let's get them in our pan. It's screaming, screaming hot. I'm going to make a couple just to show you guys this is, and then I'm going to get this into the refrigerator. For another day. So now that I'm done with my salmon cakes, a towel. Just like that. And they're ready to come out. When they're ready to come out and be flipped, I'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm back and it's time to flip the salmon. And be careful, you don't want the grease to splash. And if you didn't want to use the can to make pink salmon, you can always use the fresh salmon. Just chop it up real fine. Put it in your food processor, chop it up, and do the same thing that I just did here with the fresh salmon, and it will do the same thing. The results are still the same, still delicious, still great. You're gonna eat it, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be Shelly's homemade. It's gonna be Shelly style. You're gonna love it. And look at these beautiful, beautiful salmon. And it doesn't take long to cook on the other side once it's cooked. See, my flame is on low because I wanted to make sure that it cooked all the way through and that we cooked out that egg. Cooked out that egg. And everything is beautiful. The salmon is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. See, it's not even done on the other side yet, but it is still also beautiful. Alright. So I'm going to put the video on pause and come back when I'm ready to take it out of the pan. Alright guys, so I'm back to remove the salmon from the pan. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just putting it on some paper towel to drain. We can turn our flames off. I'm going to cut into this salmon to show you what it looks like. I'm going to cut into it because I'm not going to do that with my hands. It's going to be hot, real hot. Alright, so tell me how you guys get your salmon cakes made. But look how beautiful. Just take a second, guys, and just look how beautiful those salmon cakes are. Absolutely beautiful. And so I'm going to cut inside to show you gorgeousness. Gorgeousness. Even if that's a word, I don't even know. Look at that. This patty. Let me see. Get it around. Look at that. It's mostly the fish. You can see the onions, the celery, the pepper, the parsley. That is a beautiful, beautiful sight. So like, share, and subscribe, guys, and make you this. Make you this. Make this at home. Make this for grandma and see how she feels. And then tell them that you got this recipe from Shelly's Homemade, guys. Again, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. As always, have a great day.